Hello, I am streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tacky Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. And a topic that's near and dear to me, preventative maintenance. Why is that? Because when it comes to your personal health, how much preventative maintenance do you do? How much? Now, when I talk about much, it's not monetary. But can it involve monetary? Yeah, sadly it does. And reverse aging without drugs or injections. Yep. And it's real. Most people haven't heard of this regenerative peptide. But your body already makes it naturally. What is it that you call it? I know what it's called. But the problem, it declines as we age, as I described previously in episode number 34 at Unlock Your Bioenergy. However, this is not only limited to adults. It can provide the same therapeutic effects for children. This tiny molecule helps support DNA repair, boost your collagen, hair growth, improve skin quality, and speed recovery. Something I've been talking about every single week. Now imagine reactivating your regenerative peptide every single day. No drugs, no injections, no chemicals. Just your body doing what it is designed to do. Repair, rejuvenate, and heal itself. This is why I decided to start using this simple wearable patch after knowing about it for 3 years. 3 years. True story. Which I first learned about it back in 2022. And at that time, I was already consuming 114 degree molecular bond angle water, because it began in 2021. However, after combining the X39 to that of consuming 114 degree molecular bond angle water in April of 2025, this year, it's like my body hit the reset button without any steroids inside out. And I say steroids because I am still putting on muscle with only one meal a day. 25 grams of protein a day, that's it. And somehow I'm keeping muscle with all the cardio that I'm doing. Technically speaking, you should be going into catabolic state, but I'm not. Today is day number 183 with wearing the X39. That's this. Wearing, when I say wearing it here. A simple patch. And in my fitness /stress tests that I recently did, you can find at Unlock Your Bioenergy. Episode 89 is the last one I did. I beat my personal best again, and I'm 49 years old. If you think that fitness /stress test is easy, I encourage you to try it and see if you can match my pace. I encourage you to try. Get yourself a rope and try it. It ain't that easy. Because 7 years ago, back in 2018, I did the same test with a friend of mine inside the gym with the same equipment. At that time, I was already in better shape cardiovascularly, and being able to tolerate the discomfort. Now, I can tolerate even more. And back in 2018, I was already in good shape. Oh yeah, I was in good shape at that time. You can ask many people. So if you think that the fitness test from episode 89 is a anomaly, again, I try to ask you to match my pace, which was already strong, I said 7 years ago. And that was just recently on October 11th, 2025. And remember this: I am as real as a heart attack. Follow for more real science-backed wellness that actually works, as I back it up by showing you in real live streams 6 days a week. Today I will be doing it again. If you're curious, you should be, as the technology is quietly changing lives. Why do I say that? Make sure I get my dose of 114 degree molecular bond angle water before I begin. I also had a pinch of salt earlier today. So when I talk about quietly changing lives, here's a image that I found where a grandmother has this autistic kid, and kids should be vibrant, full of energy, being able to speak and communicate and do all these kind of wonderful things. And when they don't, us parents, we kind of question what's going on. Well, cases like this that you see right there, can they be corrected or maybe reversed? You don't know until you try. Give it a shot. Nothing to lose. I'm telling you, you have absolutely nothing to lose to try with kids. But the thing is, a lot of people are skeptical. Why? It's too good to be true. Well, I see success stories popping up all over the place. And am I one of those success stories? I think so. Being able to show you from a fitness perspective is just one example. Now, this is another example. So, is there an age limit to you using the technology that you can find here? Is there an age limit? Now, that's my direct link at LifeWave, and you should only purchase directly from LifeWave. They have state-of-the-art manufacturing for the patch. It's become very advanced, and they ship all over the world. Now, seeing kids wear the X39. What about adults? Here's a lady. After 7 months of use. 7 months. Now, is this, can this happen for more than just one person? Yeah. But you got to remember that in order to have the real strong therapeutic effects, you got to be doing multiple things right. You got to be drinking the cleanest, most absorbable water that you can get. Have your minerals, your amino acids. Eat well. Be active. Do you have to be as active as I am? That's your choice. If you're carrying a lot of excess weight that you don't want to carry anymore, well, then you're going to have to do some exercise. Do I recommend adding this as a tool in your toolbox? I do. And I say this because it's helping me. Yesterday I did kangaroo training. Chest, back, and biceps. Today is chest and triceps. And the kangaroo training, ooh, it really makes the muscle scream. If you want to work the muscle to change your body, to strengthen your body, I can help you with that. But if you want to do something like this, fix your skin, well then you're going to have to help yourself by clicking on the QR code or scanning the QR code and visiting lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazic. That is my first and last name. You can find me even on LinkedIn. Here, let me show you. That's me on LinkedIn. Okay? I am as real as a heart attack. And these results are real. You can tell. This lady's got a, here, you can see beside her necklace, there's the mark. There it is there. So, then here's a more extreme. X39 helping with blood circulation. Now that's interesting. So it's activating the GHK copper peptide inside the body, which is the king of all kings for healing. Does it help with muscle repair? Mm-hmm. Sure does. I'm telling you, it works. It works, it works, it works. Because I'm beating my own times in my fitness testing. I thought, this can't be. And I do it live for you to see. And I'm going to try to beat it again this coming Saturday. With the same rope. 9-foot length. The rope doesn't spin faster when it's 9 feet constantly every week. You have to do it yourself. And the feet have to move. So it's a mind-muscle connection thing. And I haven't plateaued yet. It's been several weeks. It's exciting. If you want to be at your best when it comes to fitness, if you're in competitive sports, you gotta be looking at this. I don't care what age you are. What age? Because when you have your innate healing power operating at highest levels, then you can operate what you have. You can move your body to the best of its ability. Nothing more rewarding than that. Can't express it. It feels so good to be able to have a lot of zest in pep in your pep in your step. Feels great. It really does. And with that, don't forget, you can find more of the articles that I've posted, the vlogs. I've blogged and I've done vlogs. And when you click here, you got the different buttons. So here you can learn how to use the light technology. And there's extra studies that have been done directly by David Schmidt and company. Solid research. You can purchase your bioenergy products here, which I call bioenergy product, but big patches. And if you want to get yourself a skip rope, we even have the lymphatic system trigger right there. And if you want to learn about 114 degree bond angle water, I show how to make it. I showed it the other day. Go back and watch the video to find it. You'll see. I show you exactly how I do it. And I don't make a penny telling you about it. You have to buy the machine yourself. Is it a nuisance to make? It can be. Yeah. But that's the nuisance I accept. And to be honest, it does wonders for the body. In addition with the X39, when you combine the two together, it's like pow. The efficacy of the patch and the water, and it just powers your cells to a whole nother level. And I know it's working because when I put on the patch, as I did on this morning, I could feel the activation. I can sense it inside my body. Just much the same how David Schmidt talks about how they use infrared technology to see how it affects patients when you put it on within the first 5 minutes. That's how strong it is. That's how good it is. And can you reap the benefits from it? Sure you can. Because if this person is reaping the benefits, 5 days, just imagine what it can do for other things in your body. You don't know until you try. I will say it again because it works. It works, it works, it works, it works. And it works some more. Visit that page. So, today's workout. Is kangaroo training. Yesterday I did back and biceps, so it was a kind of a short workout because I was pressed for time, but I still felt really good after I was done. So it was 1 round of face guards. Today I'm going to try to do the 2 rounds. So got my trusty heart rate monitor to kind of keep an eye on that. Oh, in which one of the things I noticed yesterday with regards to heart rate, how low my heart rate was going when I was doing the exercises. It was dropping right down into the 40s. I'm like, what the heck? This shouldn't be that low. How is that possible? Really? Is my body slowly rejuvenating itself, getting stronger? That is an interesting topic, because My heart rate's continually dropping. Will I ever see it up in the 200s again? Like when I'm doing 165, I'm pushing like the pace like crazy, the intensity, especially during the fitness test. And it'll go up to 155. And I did the test on this past weekend 3 times because I'm stubborn. You know, the computer crashed. And the first attempt I did it was I tripped. And the second one I did it unbroken, and then the third one I actually tripped, and then I was doing it faster to get to the 250. So, am I stubborn? Yeah. I push myself no harder than anybody else. I don't need a trainer to push me hard. I gotta do it myself. So, kangaroo training. You got the metronome. That's what you hear. Okay? So that way I don't cheat. And hopefully you're listening to that too and you follow along. So, the exercises that I have selected today. When I flip a black king, you're going to do on the floor flies. So, you can see there's a green band. I've got double green bands. There's another one here. There's an anchor point here on the floor. So I will be laying on the ground, take the band like this, and put it in. Okay, so I have equal tension on both sides, and then we're going to do explosive, 1, and then slow rep. Okay? And then when it's all even numbers are explosive for each rep. So if there's a first rep is always going to be explosive. Second, even number is going to be slow rep, and then when we go odd, another explosive. So that's going to work the middle chest, so following the fibers. And then for the Red King, we're doing dips. So I've got 2 bands. I'll show you. One here. Here's the second one. So same principle as before, which I've done. We'll dip, and we go 1. Now slow rep for even. Okay, and the next rep, explosive. So switching back and forth. Then the black queen is going to be a face away from the wall. So I like to have the tricep in full extension. So meaning that it's like this. So it's kind of like you're lying on a bench, lying on your back, and then you're doing a skull crusher. This is called the skull crusher. So basically it's going to work the long head of the tricep by doing it this way. This is what creates a thick arm. Alright, and explosive, then slow. And you want to make sure that you stiffen up your torso, and that way you're holding it nice and straight, nice and tight, recruiting those muscles as well to hold so you're basically activating your core, right? Essentially, because you got to hold it to push the weight forward, okay? And then the Red Queen is going to be facing towards the band, or facing towards the wall. So same idea, now explosive, and then slow reps for the even numbers. If you have 8 reps, you'll be doing 4 slow ones and 4 explosives. Okay, so it's going to be a fair bit of intensity, and it's going to switch back and forth between the type 1 and the type 2s. And by doing the reps, then you're forcing you have to do the work. So for the slow reps, you might not be able to do a heavy weight. So pick a weight, a resistance that's adequate for you. You can't. I'll tell you, You can't cheat these. You don't want to cheat this exercise or this type of training because you won't be able to keep up. So if you're lifting too heavy, nah, ain't gonna happen. So doing explosive, we're gonna target those type 2 fibers and then the type 1s after. And we're gonna work them both because when you're playing, if you're playing competitive sports, you're using both, right? So train them both. That's what makes a strong body. Training all those different fibers makes you a complete person. So, with that, let's begin. Cards are shuffled, they're ready to go. First card is going to be Jack 9. So, we've got the rope, let's do 90 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Alright, next up, Black King, 5 reps. So we're doing on the floor 5s. Alright. Adequate and go on. Now a slow rep. Now a fast one. This is 4. Last one is a fast one. All right. That's it. Next up, we have Red Queen 10. So we're doing face towards. And we go 1. Now a slow rep. Now an explosive. Slow. Next is explosive. This is 5. Now 6. Slow. Seven explosive. Slow. 8. Now explosive. And slow. All right. Next card is Red King 9. So we're doing dips. And here we go. First one is explosive. Now slow. Next is explosive. 4 is slow. 5, explosive. Now 6 is slow. 7 is explosive. Now slow. 1 is explosive. Alright. Next up, Jack 3. So 30 skips. 7, 8, 9, 20. 30. Next up, Jack again, 6. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. Next up, Black Ace 4. So we have on the floor flies. These ones are a little tricky to get on. Okay. There's first rep. Slow. Next one is explosive. Now slow. Alright. Next up is we have facing away tricep extensions. Alright, first one is explosive. Slow. Next rep is explosive. Explode up. Now slow. All right. Next 40 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. Alright. Next up, Black Queen 6. So we are facing away. Tricep extensions. There we go. Tension. And slow. Next rep 3 is fast, explosive, and slow. Next, explosive. This is 5. And then 6, slow. All right. Next up, red ace 7. So dips. Here we go. First rep is going to be explosive and slow. Third rep is explosive. 4 is slow. 5 is explosive. Now slow. 6. And explosive. All right. Next is facing towards tricep extensions. 7 reps. First rep. Now, bang. Slow. Second rep, or 3 is explosive. Slow. 4. 5 is explosive. 6 slow. 7 is explosive. Oh, the burn is on. All right. Oh yeah. Now 70 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. Alright, next up, red ace again, 5. So we're doing dips. There we go, hand, explosive, slow, explosive next, yeah, slow, next, 5 is explosive. Alright, facing towards tricep extensions. First rep, explosive. Slow for even. Explosive. Slow. Explosive next. All right. 50 skips. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 40, 1, 2, 3, 50. Next up, Black King 10. So we got on the floor flies. Alright. Tension on both sides. Make it even. First rep. Slow rep. Three is fast. Five is going to be a fast rep. There we go. Slow. 6. Seven is fast. 8. 9. Fast. And then 10. By putting it on the elbow, it makes sure it forces the muscle to do the work. Next is Red King 8. So, we have dips, and here we go. Fast rep, first slow. Fast rep is 3. This is slow 4. This is 5. Fast rep. Slow. 7. Fast rep. Slow. 'Oh, wow. Wow, I can feel that lower pectoral. Next, Jack. 5. 50 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Alright, next up, Black Ace 4. So, we are doing on the floor flies. Okay, first one explosive. And one. Slow rep. Next one is explosive. Slow rep for 4. All right. I can feel those fibers firing up. Feels good. Next up is facing away tricep extensions. So standing skull crushers and 1. There's 2. Slow rep. Next one is slow or fast. And then slow. Next up, 40 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40. Next up, Red Queen, 8, facing towards. All right. First rep explosive and second rep slow. Explosive. Slow. This is 5. Explosive. 6. Slow. 7 is going to be explosive. and then slow. Next up, Black Queen 7. So we are facing away. First rep is explosive and slow. Three is explosive. Slow. 4. Five is explosive. And here we go. 6, slow. Oh. 7 is going to be explosive. Wow. Oh. All right, so So 24:37. 24:37. Wow. Oh, that was a strong pump. That last one. Alright, so last week yesterday I only did one round of face cards. Today I'm going to do the 2, and then maybe I'll do an extra round of face cards later this week to compensate for the shortcoming of yesterday. So, I said 24:37, we're getting close to 1 minute of rest. Oh yeah, I could feel the blood flow certainly there in the triceps, and I can certainly feel the chest fibers. So, alright, 1 minute is officially done. Whew. Excuse me. So first face card is going to be dun, 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 dun. It's going to be Jack 7. So 70 skips we're starting with. And that's in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 70 skips. 20, 2, 3, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Alright, you're just getting warmed up. So, Black King 4. We have on the floor flies. Kind of have to grab it this way. So 4 reps. Okay. And here we go. And 1. There's a slow rep. Three fast. 4. All right. Next up is Red Queen 7. So we're facing towards the wall. Tricep extensions. 7 reps. First one is explosive. And here we go. Slow rep now. Fast rep. Slow. Fast rep. This is 5. Slow rep. And then 7, fast, explosive, and all right. Next up, Red King 8. So we're doing dips. And here we go. First one is explosive, and 2. Next one is explosive. This is 3. Slow. 5 or explosive. 6 slow. 7 explosive. And then slow. 'Alright. Next up is Jack 10. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 8, 9. There we go. 100. Next up, Jack 3. 10. 20. 30. Next up, Ace 3. Black Ace 3. So we have flies, all right, ready? And explosive. And 1. Slow. Next rep is explosive. All right. Next is facing away, tricep extensions. First rep is explosive. 2, 1. Slow. Next rep is explosive. Thirty skips. 10. 20. 30. Oh, I did 10 too many. Alright, next up, Black Queen 6. So we're facing away, tricep extensions. First rep, explosive, and 2, slow, 8, explosive. This is 4, slow. Explosive. 5. Now slow for 6. All right. Next up, red ace, 9. So we have dips. And first one. Slow rep for 2. This is slow rep 4. 5 is fast. Slow 6. Seven. 8 slow. 9 is fast. All right. Facing towards now, tricep extensions. 9 reps. First one is explosive and slow. Explosive 3. This is 4. Slow. Five, explosive. Slow 6. Seven is explosive. 8 slow. 9 explosive. Wow. All right. 90 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. Next card. Red ace, 9 again. So, dips again. Oh. Alright. First explosive and 1. 2, slow. 3, explosive. 4, slow. 5, explosive. 6, slow. 7 is 8, slow. 9 is explosive. All right. Next up, facing towards tricep extensions. Just checking the bands, make sure everything's even. All right. Okay, and explosive and no. Oh, okay, I'll try it again. And slow. Explosive and slow. Five, explosive. 6. 7 is explosive. And 8. 7. Now here's 8. And here's explosive for 9. All right. Now, 90 skips. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. Next up, Black King 10. So on the floor, flies. Oh, come on. All right. 10 reps. First one is explosive and slow. Explosive for 3. 4. Slow. 5 is explosive and 6, slow. 7 is explosive. slow. Nine is explosive. Here's 10. Slow. Next up, Red King 8. So we're doing dips. And here's explosive. Slow. Three is explosive. Four, slow. Five, explosive. Six, slow. Seven is explosive. Slow. Oh, wow. Next up, Jack. 3. 10. 20. 30. Next up, Black Ace 6. So we have on the floor flies. Okay, make sure even, yeah. 1. There's 2. How many reps? 6, okay. And explosive, this is 3. It's too slow. And now 4, slow. This is 4, or this is 5. And there's 6. Oh. Come on. Doesn't even work. Sticking. Sweat. Alright, so facing away tricep extensions. 6 reps. 2, 1 explosive first. Slow. Now, explosive. Slow. Explosive 5. And now 6. All right, 60 skips. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Next up, Red Queen, 5. So we're facing towards. And here we go. Explosive. 2, slow. 3 is explosive. 4, slow. 5, explosive. And all right. Next up, last card is Queen, Black Queen 4. We are facing away. And explosive. There's 2, slow. Explosive is 3. And explosive, slow 4. All right, 2 in the rest, 52-44. Oh. Broke a sweat. Feels good. Wow. $52.44. I called the time. That's the finishing. So just keep an eye on the heart rate, see how it comes down. And I hope you followed along today. Subscribe. Share with your friends. I give free workouts 6 days a week. This week is kangaroo training. So to get up to this point, it does take a little bit of time to develop some mind-muscle connection if you're first starting out. But if you're a well-seasoned fitness enthusiast, well then you can jump right in and make sure you use adequate weights that's appropriate for you, whether it's bands or using free weights or cable weights. You know, that's there's lots of options out there, but then the techniques and staying strict to the time and whatnot, that's where the difficulty comes in, because your body will want to compensate. And I could feel it today. I was fighting through it, where you know your body just moves ever so slightly because it's feeling, the muscles feeling the discomfort, or it's reaching fatigue. And when that happens, that's when you can potentially run into a case of injury, or then you need to start reducing the weight to do the movement, because it's telling you that you don't have the strength, the mind-muscle connection, the strength. All right, so Here I'm going to take a quick screen capture. You're going to see today's date at the top there on the screen. So look at that, almost 54:40. That's an interesting number, isn't it? So starting time was at 1:47 p.m. Today's date, October 14th, 2025. So let's have a look at the heart rate today. And yesterday's results was actually quite interesting because here you can see that my heart rate's almost dropping down to 50. There's the dotted line, you see? Look, it's almost there. But as look, it drops right down. My pulse below 50 during the workout. And it did it again. Look at that. My recovery. So combining the water that I drank, 114 degree molecular bond angle water, and the X39, are they really starting to show? Go back and look at all the heart rate results that I've debriefed on. Every single day I debrief this to show you that things are changing for me. Not only from a recovery standpoint, but also from a performance standpoint. And I am truly honest when I say I am eating only one meal a day. Only one meal a day. And yet, strength is coming. See? Make sure you get your salts. The right kind of salt. Because your body needs the magnesium from it. Combine it with the cleanest but most absorbable water, and that hydrogen just gets absorbed. Not only into your stomach to produce the hydrochloric acid, but also into the muscle. And I'm telling you, it works. It works. 6 days a week. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Scan the QR code. Make a purchase. $99.95 US. 30 patches is inside one package. And you should only buy from Lightwave. That's where I put it. Every day. 12 hours a day. Take it off. Go to sleep. And I sleep like a baby. I wake up and I don't have sore body. Not like a typical 50-year-old. Because that's when you start feeling it. And I'm 49. See, look. Do I look 49? Fitness test. Again, later this week. So get yourself a rope. And try to keep up with moi. It's a little French for you. Alright. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.